Hello! One quick thing before I get started. Over 99% of people watching these videos are not subscribed. Now, I'm not going to bully you or anything, but it would be nice if you just hit that button down there, as it helps save one small child in underdeveloped countries. So with that out of the way, hola, me llamo Barry. On this fine morning/afternoon/evening, we will be talking about that one Uzumaki guy that you have probably seen before, maybe know the name of, but know absolutely nothing about. He's old as dirt, he's got white hair, and he's probably racist towards Uchihas. Introducing Ashina Uzumaki. Yeah! Okay, no more joking around. This old racist man is named Ashina Uzumaki. He was the leader of the Uzumaki clan during the period of the Leaf Village being founded, as well as in the Warring States period. The Uzumaki clan lived in the Land of the Whirlpools, which was an island off the coast of the Land of Fire, and the symbol looks a little something like this. You may have seen this in places such as on every single Konoha shinobi's jacket ever. During the Warring States period and even into the time of Konoha's creation, Ashina was the guy in the Uzumaki clan, similar to Hashirama and the Senju clan. And that in itself is a great feat of strength, considering the Uzumaki clan is one that is renowned with great strength and chakra reserves, hence Naruto Uzumaki being the main character. Let's think here about who all were the leaders of the Uzumaki clan that we can recall. As of right now, it's obviously Naruto, the strongest shinobi to ever grace the earth. Before, it was probably Kushina because she was basically the only known member, but she is still insanely strong, able to restrain the Nine Tails after just having it ripped out of her. And the final one is Ashina. And that's about it. As the clan leader, Ashina had to be extremely strong, and we know thanks to a bit of information shared about him that he was extremely proficient in sealing jutsu, and most likely created many of the crazy sealing techniques we see Minato, Jiraiya, Kushina, and many others use throughout the series. The time Ashina was alive was the time of new jutsu being created left and right. For example, think Tobirama and his Flying Raijin and Edo Tensei. And the reason these techniques were being created so much during this time was the fact that every single clan was in a race to become the strongest. The strongest clan would eventually reign supreme over the land that so many shinobi lives were lost on, so it was pretty urgent that they had crazy jutsu to just whip out against anyone they encountered. For example, jutsu such as the Reaper Death Seal was probably created by Ashina himself during the Warring States period for a last-ditch effort to defeat an opponent and save his clan. And while we're on the topic of the Reaper Death Seal, I have another topic to discuss, which is Ashina's white hair. Now, hear me out here, don't go too crazy. We all know Uzumakis are signified by their bright red hair. Every full-blooded Uzumaki has this hair except for apparently one. I would assume he is a full-blooded Uzumaki, since clans within the Warring States period were not very keen on a friendship, let alone doing a little you-know-what. The point I'm trying to make is Ashina's hair was most likely red at some point, and then it wasn't. It's most likely not due to age, since Mito Uzumaki was shown with dulled red hair into her old age, but of course it's still a possibility, as people's hair genetics are always different. But another cooler possibility is this. Nagato Uzumaki was shown with white hair after being drained by the Rene Rebirth Jutsu. The color in his hair seemed to be directly related to the chakra in his body, which could be a possible explanation for Ashina and his hair. Now, what jutsu could do an insane amount of draining to one's chakra reserves other than the Rene Rebirth? Possibly the Reaper Death Seal. The Reaper Death Seal is a sealing jutsu meant to seal your opponent's soul by any means necessary, aka at the expense of your own life. And you may be thinking to yourself, Barry, why would he be alive still after using the Reaper Death Seal? That just makes no sense. Well, for normal people, that would be the case. However, for Uzumakis with gargantuan amounts of chakra reserves that can withstand the extraction of the Nine Tails, it's possible that using the Reaper Death Seal simply drained Ashina of his chakra indefinitely and sealed it away with his opponent. In theory, basically Ashina's chakra reserves would simply outweigh the force of the Shinigami and the Reaper Death Seal. It's definitely insane, but it definitely would explain why he can't just regain the chakra he lost, as the life force put into the Reaper Death Seal is sealed away forever. And yes, it's definitely an out there hypothesis, as it relies on the idea of chakra reserves restricting the Shinigami from literally ripping your soul out of your body, but it would explain his hair color, and if it was true, that would mean he was the leader of the Uzumaki clan, one of the strongest shinobi alive, and only had a fraction of the chakra he previously had. Now, what opponent or opponents would cause Ashina to feel the need to actually use the Reaper Death Seal? I have no clue, but it is an interesting idea that I think is worth the time of day. And if it wasn't exactly the Reaper Death Seal, it probably was just another overpowered jutsu that drained him of a bunch of chakra. But outside of headcanon, how strong really is this dude? I've seen a few videos and forums talking about his strength, and I think the general sentiment of stronger than Hashirama is a little silly, so allow me to explain. Many people see the scene of Ashina sealing away a beast that Hashirama needed help with sealing and think that it means Hashirama is simply weaker than Ashina. Simple as that, case closed. Hashirama is trash, Ashina is that guy. But what I say to that is, sealing something away is not the same as someone's strength. Orochimaru was quite obviously stronger than an old Hiruzen, which is exactly why the Reaper Death Seal was whipped out in a last-ditch effort. Sealing is a trump card when facing off against many lower level and even high level shinobi. However, Hashirama is neither of these. He is quite simply the strongest shinobi we have ever seen up until Naruto power cliffing up a mountain. And if you know me, you know that when power scaling characters, I need evidence right in front of my eyeballs to actually use it. I won't use silly statements like young Hiruzen surpassing Hashirama because there is literally nothing to substantiate it, and I'll do the same with Ashina. The scene so many people quote boils down to the fact that Uzumakis are insanely good at Funjutsu. That's as simple as it is. When two clans are friendly with one another, it should come as no surprise that you would just call up your buddy and be like, hey, can you come seal this big scary beast thing? Yeah, dude, no problem. Like, it really has no bearing on the strength of the two characters. And if they were to actually ever face off, there's a very good chance that Hashirama could just keep Ashina at such an insane range that his sealing techniques would do absolutely nothing. Like, do you think Minato, who is probably the best Funjutsu user we have ever actually seen in battle, with no Flying Raijin, is even touching Hashirama? The Flying Raijin is what makes Minato so insanely powerful, on top of his crazy sealing techniques and chakra reserves. And if Ashina just had the sealing techniques with no Flying Raijin, I can assure you that Hashirama is going to dust him. And from the information we have, there's nothing that says Ashina has anything notable other than his sealing jutsu. And not to bring up past trauma, but honestly, if he had anything insane, his whole clan wouldn't just be killed. Let's be honest here. Now, does that mean he's trash? No, absolutely not. Especially if he can live through the Reaper Death Seal, he could probably take on many mid-tier Kage, emphasis on mid, but please don't be disrespecting Hashirama. He is not mid-tier, he is the GOAT. So yeah, that's about all I can think of this Ashina guy. There's not much more to say about him other than what I've said, since the Naruto series didn't really see him as a worthy enough character to dive into more for some reason. If you disagree with what I've said here, or if you have any ideas relating to my Reaper Death Seal hypothesis, please let me know in the comments. And I'm now setting goals for this channel because apparently we're actually growing pretty quickly. So if we could hit like, what, 50 likes or something on this video? I don't know. That would be pretty cool. If you're not subscribed yet, as I said earlier, I will not bully you. Just a little bit of anger and disappointment, and it would make me very happy if you clicked that little button. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Faster than my wallet, and the other king, the pump and a kid with the run.